even now in 2026, I still get it where I have clients start a diet and the first thing they're worried about is losing strength. Yes guys, what is happening? Welcome back to another video. Today we are in for push. Just starting out with the first exercise, which is the Cybex kneeling lateral raise, which you've seen on here before. You've actually seen this session before, but today will hopefully be a little bit better than the last time you saw it, with some strength progressions, rep progressions, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, like I said, push day. I'm feeling good. It's bank holiday Monday. It's Monday, which means it's International Chest Day. And I chose to film this video on that day when the gym is horrendously busy compared to what I'm used to, at least. I'm very lucky that I get to train at times where it's not too busy. But today, yeah, it's pretty damn busy. So what's your preference? Do you like a quiet or a busy gym? Because I know there are people that like to have that atmosphere and buzz around them. But for me, like, yeah, give me a quiet gym all day long. So hopefully I don't have to fight anyone to get on any machines I want to get onto. Hopefully it dies down a little bit. I'm hoping that people leave now because it's kind of like middle of the day. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. Hopefully it's a good session. So stick around and catch you in the next exercise. Right, on to the first press of the session now. 3 sets on the kneeling lateral, which all went really good, to be honest. I was up on load on 2 of them, a rep up on the 3rd set. So I'll take that. Hopefully that carries over into this press now. So the flat press, first chest press of the session, the scale core or like leverage press. So very similar to the flex leverage, as I've said before, feels really good. It's definitely a heavy press and like it was progressing relatively well for me, but even in my opinion anyway, even in like a small diet, when you lose just a little bit of body weight, pressing still is one of those that you can notice a bit of a difference. And I think although I managed to hold on to majority of my strength and maybe get a little bit stronger, this is still one that feels pretty heavy. And I know that with a little bit more cushion, especially around kind of like that upper back, mid back, it's going to feel better. Because for me, even though my back isn't necessarily a good body part of mine, it definitely gets a little bit leaner, a little bit quicker through the upper back. And also it flattens off as well. So when it's a little bit flatter, a little bit leaner, yeah, it just feels not as good on your presses. So you've got to take all these things into consideration when you are in a diet. Not that I am anymore. I'm a few days out of it, but yeah, I'm going to probably touch on how to kind of stay strong in your diets and why that's advantageous towards your progress in the long run. So yeah, I'm going to do a couple more warm-ups on here. Just go up in plates. So 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, 4 plate, and then decide what I'm gonna do for the working set, and we'll go from there. Oh, fucking come on. Ah, strong as fuck. Oh. 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 Set 1. So as you saw the 6 reps, is it what I would ideally want? No, but at the same time, I've held that strength despite the last time kind of, or not the last time, but despite first hitting that, I believe when I was maybe like 10, maybe a little bit more pounds heavier. So the fact that I've held that same load and reps realistically is fantastic, because when I am now eating a little bit more food, I do get a little bit more body weight behind me. You know, I'm a big advocate for weight moves weight. I really do believe that. So, you know, when I am a little bit heavier, specifically on presses, I'm just so much stronger. And that's one of the positives, in my opinion, of getting a little bit heavier, is you can tap into loads that you wouldn't maybe be able to do usually. So yeah, the fact I've held this now, like I said, is really positive, to be honest with you, because when I am in a more advantageous position to progress these loads, they'll be flying. So yeah, that doesn't mean I'm not going in wanting to progress. So don't get that mistaken, but it just means that if I can match it, you know, right now that's positive. And, you know, no doubt next session I'll probably add a rep, and then it'll be another rep, and then it'll be 2.5 kilos, and, you know, we'll be up before we know it. So I'm gonna drop off now from 4 and a 5 down to 3 and a 15. Hopefully get that for minimum like 10. That'll be good. So yeah, we'll see what we get. Okay. Ooh. That is the chest press done. 2 sets, 2 decent sets. Like I said, I kind of just matching or holding with what I've done in the past, which is fine. I'll take it because it's not lightweight either. You know, so now onto the Atlantis shoulder press, a little bit more like a high incline. So you'll see that I shift my hips forward, lets me bring in a little bit of upper pec as well as front delt. Because obviously I have a flat press, and then this kind of works as, like I said, a high incline, which feels a lot more comfortable as well, specifically on this machine that kind of forces you into quite an unnatural position. So 2 sets on here as well. I did a kind of like lifetime best the last time I filmed this, I think. So hopefully I can do something good today, but we'll see. We'll warm up. I usually again go here with like 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates, 5, so on and so on. So we'll see what we get, and start warming up. Whoa, okay. Everybody already knows, but there's probably a couple that don't, is sticking clips under the stop before you start your rep, just to give you a little bit of a nicer starting position, saves your shoulders, lets you kind of set your position without having to be like fully under the load right away. But you know, machines that have like the foot pedal, that's probably a better example. It's kind of like a makeshift version of that. So clips under feels a little bit safer initially. Yes. Fucking easy. Oh. I kind of wish I had fucking chalk. It's a bit slippery. So, like I said, I'll touch on holding on to strength within a deficit or when you're in a diet, however long or short that may be, because even now in 2026, I still get it where I have clients start a diet and the first thing they're worried about is losing strength when you're probably not going to be honest with you, until you get to the point where you're very, very lean, very, very depleted, or just spent a really long time in a diet. Like I said at the start, there are movements that may not be as comfortable when you're a little bit lighter, but you don't have to just submit to being weaker. And I think one of the main things you can do is set your mind right. Prepare yourself to go into the gym and still aim to be progressing everything. If you go into the gym thinking, I'm going to be weaker, I'm tired, I'm lighter, I'm not going to progress, you're not going to really progress. You're going to get weaker, you're going to lose muscle, and you're going to look worse for it. So go into the gym with the mindset of, I want to progress. I'm going to do everything I possibly can to progress. And 9 out of 10 times, you'll, at bare minimum, maintain your reps. And if you maintain your reps, and by the end of the diet, you're 20 pounds down, and you are matching the reps you've done before, arguably, on paper, that's a progression, but it's also putting you in such a positive place to progress when you come out of that diet. So that's the first thing. The next thing that I think is often overlooked is actually just managing your nutrition around the training window. I did a video on peri-workout nutrition. In a diet, arguably more important than ever. So making sure you're getting adequate carbohydrates pre-training, making sure you're consistent with your nutrition, hydration in your session, making sure you're getting some form of carbohydrate, I think makes a big difference in terms of your ability to progress, or at least match your kind of energy and performance throughout the entire session. So those are two things you can think about. And I think if you do those two, then the other little things that can also add up, not that they're not as important, but those two things are going to be far more important in terms of you holding on to strength, holding on to muscle, and looking better at the end of your diet. So yeah, make sure you're doing those, and you will most likely still be super strong, even though you're a little bit lighter. To the seated dip as exercise number 4, I believe it is. So lateral into chest press, into shoulder press, now into seated dip. Now, this is a movement where whenever I program it for someone or even just post it on Instagram, I'll get the question of like, what are you trying to target? Should I be thinking about chest? Should I be thinking about tricep? And this is one of those movements where you can get a lot of bang for your buck. So I wouldn't necessarily look to be isolating pec or tricep personally. You could do, but I think it's far more beneficial to just get in it, get super strong with good form, and you're going to get a little bit of pec, you're going to get a little bit of tricep, you might even get a little bit of delt, and whether you get more of one or the other isn't necessarily too much of an issue. So for me, this is in as chest / tricep, maybe a little bit more tricep than chest, just because I want some thicker triceps. Equally, if I use a lot of chest in it, I use a lot of chest. It's not the end of the world. So 2 sets on here. The theme is basically 2 sets across majority of the movements other than kind of isolations. So 3 sets with the lateral, 2 sets with the press, 2 sets with this. And then we'll be into another isolation for the pec. So volume's a little bit higher at the minute because I can get away with it. So I want to do that. But yeah, let's get into this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I remember speaking about this on another video, but it's something that I think is important because I still see it. I still get training clips from clients that unfortunately do it, even with the cues on their training program, whatever you want to call it. But pec deck, you're not thinking about your hands coming together. You're thinking about your bicep coming into your pec. This adduction movement is what you're looking for. You're not looking to just get your hands together, which is what happens all the time. So chest up, shoulders back. You want your chest ahead of your shoulders. It's a good thing to think about. If you're doing that and you're thinking about your bicep or your elbow coming into the midline of your body, you're probably going to contract your chest. You're probably going to grow more muscle on it and you'll have a bigger chest at the end of it. So even if it means you're using less weight, you're probably going to feel it a lot more, grow more muscle, and it'll be way more beneficial. So have a look at your sets. If you feel like you're rounding your shoulders, bring your hands together, drop the weight, change it, and make it better.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Next movement up is the single arm cable lateral. I've actually changed how I do these at the moment. So I was doing them just on like a standard cable. I'm now doing them on the free motion, kind of like, I don't even know what you call it, multi-arm, I don't know. But it just feels quite nice. I can kind of set the cable like cross-body. And yeah, it just feels good. So I've been doing them on here. It also means I can just stay on there and just claim it for a few movements, because I also do my triceps on there as well. So yeah, 3 sets. As I've said before, when it comes to lateral work, I kind of like to just stick with 3 straight sets. That'll often look like a slightly higher rep set, slightly lower rep set, and then probably kind of middle of the road type of set. But usually sticking with a very, very similar load, give or take maybe 5 kilos. So yeah, 3 sets. Let's get after it.
No.
Laterals wrapped up onto the tricep part of the session. So 6 sets for triceps, 3 of a press down, and then 3 of overhead extension. So I started doing, well, not started, I've been doing it a little while now. I got a cross-body tricep extension on the same machine that I do the lateral. So I kind of just stay there. So it works out quite well. And it just feels a little bit nicer than like trying to do a rope. And my triceps aren't great, but like I'm really weak with the rope. It doesn't really make sense. And I think half the time it's just, I'm not actually weak. It's just I can't really keep the position I want, get the stretch that I want, all that stuff. So this works really, really well. Again, I'm not using loads of weight, but triceps are absolutely blown after it, which is perfect. So yeah, 3 sets, same kind of thought process again now. And that's the same for all of the tricep work. It's just 3 straight sets. Yeah, we'll do the first set now. No warm up needed, straight in. I know what weight, I'm warm, I'm all good.
No.
So that's a wrap. Session is done. Pretty good session today. Luckily, the gym quieted down. It wasn't too busy. So ending it now in the posing room, which I am actually posing at the moment after push and pull most days or most sessions. I think it's a good habit. I definitely got out of it, and I was posing maybe like, yeah, not often. So getting back into it, because I encourage clients to, I encourage you to. So yeah, it took me dieting to get in here, but I am going to keep it in a little bit more now. I think just in terms of seeing the physique at different points, seeing, yeah, just good habits. So like I said, good session. Hopefully you took a little bit from it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If anybody has any ideas for videos, any questions, obviously leave them in the comments. And yeah, like I said, if you enjoyed the video, let me know. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next one.